stories from around the corner.
And around the country.
You're listening to All the Best.
Proudly supported by the Art Gallery of New South Wales.
You're listening to All the Best from FBI Radio 94.5. I'm Kwame Slusher. This week we are exploring the themes of repair and renewal. And I want to acknowledge that I'm recording from stolen and Gadigal land, and pay my respect to Gadigal elders past and present, and also recognize that the area where FBI Radio is situated, Redfern, has long been a place of storytelling, strength, resistance, and resilience for First Nations communities. This week we have a mix of stories, but the one thing they all have in common is that they have this theme of having another go. Our first story comes from our Westwards and All the Best collaboration. Westwards is the Centre for Creative Writing based in Parramatta, where a small group of writers were paired with producers and sound designers to bring their stories to life. McKerrecher was one of these writers, and the story shows what happens when we ignore those who have protected the environment for thousands of years. And a content warning: there are depictions of animal distress in this story.
I was born in the high country of the Great Dividing Range and am known by First Nations people as Dungala. In the dream time when life was created, Nadundari was chasing Pondi, the giant cod. Pondi swam and swam to evade Nadundari's spear. As the fish tried to escape, each swish and sweep of his tail created my twists and turns until Pondi reached Lake Alexandrina.
You would know me as the Murray River. I flow to the east through bushland interspersed with meandering fields past the towns of Echuca, Albury and Cancoban. Westward, I travel through Renmark past towering gold cliffs to Swan Reach, eventually becoming one with the ocean. Even though I have crossed this land from mountains through valleys to the coast since time immemorial, every part of me is at risk of vanishing. You cut deep channels into me, diverting my course, reducing my flow. Cruel machines dig and prod, tearing my banks, creating channels for streams to flow across vast fields of cotton and canola. I can't fight back anymore. Why have you ignored those who have protected me for thousands of years? I cry out for the wildlife that is also suffering, but no one is listening. I'm distracted by an eerie, low-pitched cry, a counterpoint to the background noise of rustling grasses. I slow to watch a bittern carefully pick his way through these tall grasses that line my bank. Head tilted, alert, watchful. He's a shy bird, using the undergrowth for cover, but that growth is becoming thinner. His head dips, beak probing at the soil, no food to be found. As I turn southwest, ripples roll across my surface. The riverbed starts to descend and it becomes a little deeper, creating a small oasis where grasslands meet and wildlife can graze. My waves stroke the riverbank, almost sighing as my flow hastens. I hear laughter and spy a small boy racing towards a tall gum, climbing its trunk, then out along a leaning branch to grab an old tattered rope. He retreats towards the bank, rope in hand, holding it high.
Watch me, Dad.
The boy pushes his long dark fringe out of his eyes, hitches up baggy green shorts while running back towards his father. He then prepares to launch himself over the bank and into the water. Planting his feet into the dry caramel soil, he crouches, ready to run towards me. "No, don't," his father yells. "Too shallow now, buddy." The boy drops the rope, stares at me for a while, then turns, takes his father's hand, and they walk away. Their muffled conversation of times past fades as I continue my journey. Suddenly my path is blocked. I'm trapped. I've hit the locks. A series of large metal barriers force me to hold my course. All the way from Wentworth to Blanchetown, stop and start, ebb and flow. I struggle against them, but it's useless. The steel holds me back. Defeated, I wait until I'm allowed to proceed. A flash of a scene appears from the recent past. Seasons of unending drought, parched soil stretching into forever, a severe blue sky hosting an angry sun. A pungent, acidic aroma enveloped the air. And far in the distance, a towering green-grey line of bulging cloud was approaching. The wind played with my surface, then ripped it skywards as shards. The clouds dominated the sky, the sun obscured, the light a yellowish grey. But no rain came. The storm teased and disappointed. But before it departed, one last long spearing flash ignited the bushland. The flames were terrifying, fierce arms of orange and red racing through the crowns of trees, beheading each one in turn. A line of corpses adorned its path. The oppressive heat sucked the life out of the air, searing and burning all it encountered. The screaming torture of possum and koala that could not outrun the fingers of the fire, claws clutching at the air, then stilled, tiny paws curled inwards in death. What was left of the landscape was black, ashen, deserted. Bushland tormented, branches snapped, leaves withered, their shrunken forms scattered, circling the tree trunks, a wreath around tombstones. The drought had reduced me to a trickle, nowhere near enough water to quench the thirst of anything that survived, but little did. Finally, the lock is opened. Brief joy as I'm free again to continue my journey to the ocean, but the closer I get to the coast, the narrower I become. Streams and wetlands are struggling as I have less to give. I cry for a small brown mottled frog, another victim of my scarcity. Sloane's froglet, to give its proper name, suffers and will most likely be extinct within the decade. To get to the ocean, I have to wind my way through the landscape, past small communities growing crops, raising livestock, working together to preserve their livelihood while nurturing the local environment. These people understand the connection. Each has a place in the jigsaw. When a piece is missing, there will always be an empty space, making the whole picture incomplete. Can't we work together to survive? Slowly, I near the end of my journey, the mouth of the Murray. A series of coastal dunes separates me from the ocean. Channels carve through the sand, allowing my fresh water to mingle and dance with the seawater. A brief moment of ecstasy is halted by fear. What will happen to all of this life if I die? I just don't know how long I have left.
You're listening to All the Best on FBI Radio 94.5, and I'm Kwame Slasher. That story was written and performed by Lee McKerrecher, and the sound design was by Ramon Briant. And look, if you're a perfectionist or you ever had to push through that imposter syndrome, then this next story might be for you. This is something that Kat has struggled with, and here is the reason why she made a story about facing this challenge.
I didn't expect studying audio to also teach me big life lessons. I've been in lectures with people that I consider masters of the craft, and yet they've spoken really honestly about still having those voices in their head saying, you're not good enough. And I was really shocked by that, to think, those voices never go away, and you just need to learn how to turn the volume down. And something I heard another lecturer say was, everything is practice, and that just completely reframed things for me. Not just in audio, but everything, cooking, parenting, relationships. So this piece is an attempt to put those learnings from this year into a piece of work.
That was Catarina Fraga Matos. And now here's her story, Keep Moving.
I've made a promise to myself to break the two habits that have been breaking me for years. The first is a little easier than the second. There's a clear plan. Finish lunch, get out the door. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. The more I move today, the better I'll feel today and tomorrow. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. The second habit is more complicated. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. It's a problem that's been following me around since I was a little girl, and the pattern is always the same. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. It begins with a deadline and a spark of inspiration. This is going to be great, this is going to be great. I can just hear it. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. But as I start to work, a flicker of doubt. I can do better than that. What if I record over there? No, I want something better than that. Keep moving, keep moving. something more spontaneous.
Are these your dogs? No,
I really need something better than that. Less obvious, more mysterious. Just pick an angle, choose a direction, stick with one idea. Deadline approaching. I circle, I rewrite, I delete. I circle, I rewrite, I delete. I circle, I rewrite, I delete. I circle, I rewrite, I circle, I rewrite, I circle, I rewrite, I rewrite, I circle, I rewrite. You're not as cool as everybody else. You're out of your depth. You don't belong here. It's at this point that panic arrives. But she doesn't make a sound. Not a peep, not a word. She just stops. Stands there. Motionless, paralysed, useless. Unsure of whether she should go forward or back. I hover over the submit button. Wait, it's not ready yet. I seriously consider walking away. But this is it. I've come too far. The time is up. And this is good enough.
You're listening to All the Best on FBI Radio 94.5, proudly sponsored by the Art Gallery of New South Wales. I'm Kwame Slusher. That story was produced by Catarina, Fraga, Matos. Sometimes, there might be something that slows you down and makes it hard for you to keep moving. In our next story, Teresa gets a lung transplant and learns, eventually, to breathe on her own again.
From our first breath to our last, our lungs are working hard to keep us alive. The average person lives 80 years. In that time, they will take an average of 672,768,000 breaths, the vast majority of which will be taken completely without thought. But what happens when a single breath can no longer be taken for granted? What happens when your lungs are unable to function as they should? I'm Beth Baillie. Let me introduce you to my friend Teresa, recent recipient of a double lung transplant. I met with Teresa and her husband Michael. The first question I asked Teresa was, what were you diagnosed with, and how long ago did you get your diagnosis?
COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, about 15 years ago.
COPD took the life of Sinead O'Connor. Teresa's only chance of living was a lung transplant. I asked Teresa if she was told it needed to be a double lung transplant.
They said if they can do the double, they will, depending on the lungs.
There were lots of things you needed to do before you could go on the transplant list. Can you remember what they were?
Give up smoking, try and get diabetes under control.
And your teeth had to be seen too?
Yes, I had to have them either fixed or removed, eyesight checked. You had to be healthy to be able to receive them, yeah.
How many blood tests did you need?
I would say probably maybe 55, 60.
I asked how she told her family that she needed a lung transplant.
Sat them down and told them that I need a transplant and it could be at any time.
Tough thing to do, yeah?
Oh, well, yeah, definitely. More for the grandchildren. It was harder for them.
When you woke up after the transplant, what were your first thoughts?
Well, I made it. The family didn't want me up there. They sent me back.
How did you feel, Michael?
Pretty surreal. She was there, but she wasn't there because she's on the machines doing all the work for her. You know, it's a lot to deal with. Very grateful my daughter was there with me. Some of the things that were going on was hard to deal with. They tell you not to worry about all the alarms going off, but when you see the heart rate go up above 300, you know, it's just overwhelming.
What are your thoughts with regards to the donor?
Very grateful, especially to, the parents or whatever. We did write a letter, but whether they decide to read it or not, very thankful.
Do you know the statistics of transplant survival?
I spoke with some people in Melbourne that have had the transplants. Some have only been a couple of years, another one 19 years, 22 years, and the longest that I heard, 36. It then puts a perspective on me like, wow, I may have a good life yet. I was under the impression, a few years, and that's about it. I could have a rejection, but we're hoping not. So far, so good.
Do you believe everyone should be a donor?
Everybody's different. Everybody has different health issues too.
Until I had that discussion with the doctors, the nurses in there, I wouldn't have thought they'd be able to use anything. My age, I'm pretty worn out. There's nothing they don't use. My daughter and son-in-law, they've become donors because of this.
How are you feeling now?
A lot better. I can definitely breathe now.
What were you looking forward to most pre-op?
To be able to breathe and be with my grandchildren again, interact with them, because I couldn't do that before.
So where to from here?
Enjoy my grandchildren, travel, go in our camper van and just do things that we couldn't do before.
Just being able to be with her, that's my goal in life. She told me to walk away, but I chose not to, because no decent human being would do that.
It's not just a case of, here you go, your lungs. What are you doing now? Re-medication?
3 lots that I'm on for the rest of my life. As time goes on, hopefully some of my medication will drop.
What have you learned about medication?
Lots of meetings about getting it right, because if you get it wrong, it could be dire. We had lots of training on doing her medication up into a box for a week till you get signed off for that.
IV takes 3 hours, 4 hours. At the moment it's monthly. Then hopefully it'll change to 2-3 months and then 6 months.
How are your children feeling now?
A lot better. They were relieved when he gave them the phone call and said, Mum's okay. I think it took a big burden off. We didn't know whether I was going to be here Christmas time if I didn't get this done. My breathing percentage was way down. Too low.
You're 57 now, so if you get another 36 years, you'll outlive most people.
That's it. As long as it does me for the rest of my life, I'm fine.
I know Teresa and Michael will be eternally grateful to the family of the donor and all the staff from the Alfred Hospital Melbourne for all they did in saving Teresa's life.
You're listening to All the Best on FBI Radio 94.5, and I'm Kwame Slusher. And that beautiful story was produced by Beth, Baillie, and the supervising producer was Maddy Macquine. It was created as part of an audio storytelling course for regional community radio producers. It was delivered in collaboration with the CMTO, and thanks to the generous support of Creative Australia. I can't remember the last time I had something fixed. Maybe I'd resewn a few buttons back on some shirts. Recently, my partner Lisa glued our ceramic garden gnome's hat back together. But maybe if there was some kind of repair cafe nearby, I'd think twice before chucking anything out. Our next story is finding a way of fixing the things we have instead of just getting rid of them.
Nowadays, we have become used to disposable goods. When something breaks, most of us don't even try to repair it anymore. We just toss it.
I think if it's cheap, I would buy another one.
No, I just replace it.
So, have you ever heard of something called a repair cafe?
If there really exists a place that will help me to fix my items or something like that, I suppose maybe I will have a try. I will go there.
That's what brought me to Ringwood Repair Cafe, to see what happens when people choose to repair instead of throwing things away. The Repair Cafe is held in the Briant Church Hall, next to the train station. Because it gets busy, everyone has to register at the door. They are given a number and directed to the table, depending on what they have brought to fix.
This year will be our 8th year of operation, and I had read about the international Repair Cafe movement, decided that this could be something that our church could offer as an activity for our community. So we got started.
Maribel is the coordinator. She walks around helping out, chatting to visitors, and assigning them to the right table based on their repair needs.
People are happy to wait. You're happy to wander around and have a look. We will find you. You've got your little tickets. We'll come and have. We're members of this church congregation, and there were some retired tradespeople that had skills.
Near the entrance, 3 grandmothers sit at a sewing table. In the courtyard, I see the man sharpening knives for the women, explaining gently how to care for the blade.
Our fixers, they will chat with them, provide that connection. So some people come month after month just to sit and have a coffee and a chat.
As Marie speaks, I notice an elderly woman holding a small dog toy gently in her hands. She tells me this little toy has been in her family for over 50 years. Her doctor played with it, and so did her grandchildren. She is deeply grateful to the Repair Cafe for bringing it back to her life.
And that really is a lovely aspect of being able to fix something for people.
Around the hall, I see generations connecting through repairing. At the sewing table, a young woman chats with the volunteer in English.
How do you put your bobbin in?
Thank you very much. You have a good day.
Her mom stands beside her, a little bit nervous, listening quietly as her doctor gently translates into Cantonese.
I don't know what that is in Chinese.
Her mom has wanted to repair this sewing machine for months, but she didn't know where to go until she saw Repair Cafe on the social media.
So I came here with another sewing machine issue, and that got fixed. And so then I was like, okay, I'll come, and this time I'll bring mum's stuff with me as well. So yeah.
Between careful repairs and the soft translation, something else is happening as well as repair work. Across the table, I see Charlie.
We had Charlie here today. He's probably 16 or 17 years old.
A teenage volunteer working on a circuit board with her dad helping beside him.
It has actually 2 sides to it because it builds connection with his dad, working together on something for another person. And for Charlie himself, it gives him an outlet for his passion and his interest.
Marie tells me that electronic waste is growing so fast, it cannot be ignored. She hopes government will start holding companies accountable. They should make things last and can be fixed. But here, in this small church, change starts simply.
We had also today a mum come through with her son, and she was really interested in showing her son that you don't have to throw everything away. I think over time, and it's going to take a long time, but people will start to realise that we can't go on in that disposable kind of way. It's not sustainable long term.
Outside the church, an old Chinese woman sits down at a piano. Her husband stands beside her, quietly listening. As her music flows through the Repair Cafe doorway, it carries everything we have heard today. Care, memory, love. Here at Ringwood Repair Cafe, they aren't just fixing old things. They are beginning to tackle some of the problems caused by our disposable society. And they are mending connections across generations, across cultures, and perhaps within ourselves.
You're listening to All the Best on FBI Radio 94.5, and I am Kwame/. That story was by Boya Yang, with special thanks to the University of Melbourne, Louisa Lim, Dan Simo, and Thomas Phillips. And if you love what you heard in this episode, then keep listening to All the Best for unique stories from independent audiomakers from SoCal, Sydney, and around the country. Definitely catch our live radio broadcast on Sundays at 9:30 a.m. on FBI Radio 94.5. We also release a brand new episode every Tuesday at 4 p.m. on allthebestradio.com, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Follow us now so you never miss an episode. All the Best is made at FBI Radio on Gadigal land in association with Sin and 3RRR on Wurundjeri Woi Wurrung and Boonwurrung lands and ACCC on Arrente and Warramungu lands. The All the Best executive producer is Mel Bakewell. Catarina Fraga Matos is our events and partnerships coordinator. Patrick McKenzie is our community coordinator, And a special shout out to some of our amazing volunteers, especially Ray, Sue, Lindsay, Andrew, Miles, Ash, Sharon, and Emma, who helped to make All the Best possible. Shining Bird composed our theme music, and Annie Hamilton designed the artwork. We're heard across Australia on the Community Radio Network, and were made possible by the Art Gallery of New South Wales and the Community Broadcasting Foundation. You can find our full archive of more than 600 episodes at allthebestradio.com. I'm Kwame Slusher. Thank you so much for listening.